Yes, dear viewers, welcome you on today's live session organized by prominent consultant. And in today's live session, we have our partner university from Canada, from British Columbia, basically. The university name is Vancouver Island University, another university from Ontario, which is King's University College. Actually, they offer the courses, one of the top ranked university in Canada, which is Western University. So I have a special guest from those two universities, who is Neha from she's the international officer of these two universities. So we will discuss with her about all the issues about both universities. So Neha, I would like to introduce you to all of them. So would you please introduce yourself and say hello to our viewers?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Neha, and I look after South Asia operations for Vancouver Island University and King's University College. Both the institutions are located in Canada. Vancouver Island is located in British Columbia, and King's University College, which is the part of University of Western Ontario, is located in Ontario.
Okay, thank you for your introduction. So, dear viewers, I'd like to tell you that actually we are not accepting applications for fall to 2020 for both of these public universities. And the thing is that if you are watching this live session, please share this live session to your timeline so that people can see who are interested for Canada. And of course, if you have any question, any particular question regarding admission application, any course, any entry requirements, anything about these two universities, or especially in any queries about Canada, so you are most welcome. We'll take your question and answer on live. So Neha, I have a very good video actually of this university. It's a quite longer video. It's a quite long video.
Mhm.
It's I think, but I think through this video, student can learn a lot of things about VIU. So we'll start with
Yes.
VIU and then we'll start with Kings. Okay. So shall we have the video
Sure.
now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you so much. Just give me a few seconds. I will start the video right now. Okay, here is the video.
I think the most profound change that's happened at VIU over the last 12 years is the adoption of a why not attitude. We know what we're good at, we know what makes up the DNA of this place, but it takes enormous vision and strong leadership to help an organization keep past those edges, maybe into places that we didn't think we could be, that maybe we didn't feel we were capable of being there. But if you adopt a why not attitude, why not have graduate programs that attract students from all around the world? Why not be leaders in social innovation and impact recognized by universities and levels of government across Canada? Why not bring people to this place, community members into this place in a way they've never been part of VIU before?
Vancouver Island University has been an impactful part of every individual's life in our community. For those of us that live here, it's about being able to go to university here for our kids and then create viable jobs in our community for our kids to be able to stay here and work here and live here and raise their families here. And Vancouver Island University provides that opportunity like nowhere else in the world.
We're very focused on serving our community, and that makes for much closer connections, and it allows us to be responsive to the needs of the community, and I think we're doing it well.
It's often said that the desk teaching ratio is 1-to-1, and we have a lot of opportunity to mentor our students when you're working with them on specific projects or talking to them in the laboratory environment or whatever that experiential learning environment looks like for you. The students can't help but be inspired when they're involved in those sorts of projects. They can see the impact. A lot of the research that we do is impactful in our community and impactful on a global scale. And students are inspired by that, and that encourages them to learn in the classroom. And then, of course, it spills over into a journey of lifelong learning.
I believe the values of the university that will be left for years to come are really around the integration and acceptance of all. Our community is very strong, it's very diverse cultures, and I believe Vancouver Island University really leads that, their inclusion of all, and I believe that'll be the legacy that'll be left by Ralph.
The values at VIU are really focused on people. We are really looking for people to be successful. We want people to be completely involved. We know that our students are absolutely important. We also believe that our employees are very important here, and I can feel that on campus. I know that I am important, that I'm heard, that if I have something to say, that I have someone to go and talk to.
I think a values-based institution creates an environment where people are empowered to do the right thing. And because we're an institution that's focused regionally, there's a lot of opportunities to do really good things within our community.
So one amazing thing about Vancouver Island University is when students come here, they have so many opportunities and career choices. And we're a comprehensive university, so offering from our trades programs through to academic programs provides so many different pathways for success for our students.
VIU is a special place. As an alum myself, and speaking to many alumni around the world, there's something different about what we do at VIU, and we need to celebrate that. And it's that feeling of family, that feeling of being connected, and knowing that there's a spot to come home to and be part of. Vancouver Island University is different, and we have a different vibe going on, and people get to know their faculty, they get to know their profs, and they feel connected and a part of it.
I'd have to say it's the commitment of the people. I get to see it on a daily basis with our instructors in the Faculty of Trades and Applied Technology. Just the passion and commitment that they bring to the job in providing the students an incredible learning experience.
We are like a family. The culture here is absolutely amazing. Everybody knows everybody, right from our president, right through to the instructors who work in my programs. Everybody has that connection and that family feel.
You've got to mention too the commitment of all of the support staff and administrators on campus, doing everything that they can do to ensure students have the best possible educational experience while they're here.
For Nanaimo to have Vancouver University, Malaspina College before that, at the center of the city and the riding has been huge for us. Major economic booster, great employer of people, inspiration for kids who are in the regular school system to think that they could affordably go to school, live here at home, but also the innovation, the training, the connection between frontline social services and then the people that are coming right out of college or university.
Everybody, whether they're a student at VIU or not, benefits from what we contribute in many different ways. Our students leave with really good skills, good education. They do well when they go into the world.
Our annual fundraising efforts have really grown over the years under Ralph's leadership and support. So in 2008, for example, we were just under $1 million in fundraising. And last year, we exceeded over $4.2 million in fundraising. The growth in fundraising and our endowment has enabled us to give out nearly 3,300 awards last year, totaling more than $3.4 million to students last year alone.
In 2015, we quietly started raising funds for our three major infrastructure projects at Vancouver Island University: the Health Sciences Center, the new Discovery Trade Center, and the new Geo Exchange System. That campaign meant that we had to raise $5.5 million towards the actual building infrastructure. And I'm excited to announce that we've actually achieved that goal. We've achieved that, and the buildings are there, and students are in the buildings, and learning is happening.
One of the things I've enjoyed about working at VIU is there's always been a lot of support in engaging with the community. And one of the examples I can think of from my experience is over the years, we've had a 7-year partnership with Habitat for Humanity and the Faculty of Trades and Applied Technology. And through that partnership, we've been able to allow for over 50,000 hours of experiential learning opportunities for our students. So, and not only that, that's 50,000 volunteers hours that also went towards solving the issue of affordable housing within our community.
Mariners Athletics is arguably the top program in BC.
So Neha, it was a video.
It was a
of-
very informative video. I'm sure
Informative
the
video.
student liked the video because it was showing the entire campus and the faculties.
Exactly, exactly. So that's why I have chosen this one to show the video. Anyway, we will talk about the university. About the university, you know, there are a lot of universities, public universities in Canada. So in different provinces, but Vancouver Island location, which is Nanaimo, is a very fantastic location. People actually love to be there because of the weather, because of the. So, I mean, would you please explain in details about Vancouver Island University and about the location and campuses?
Yeah,
Can you hear?
so about the location and about the university, of course, I would like to start with a brief introduction. But first of all, Sayed, I would like to thanks to you and your team to giving me this opportunity to come online and interact with our students virtually, because we
Thank you
all
so
know
much.
right
And
now.
it's our pleasure that we already got you in this live session. Thank you so much for coming
Yeah,
as well.
that's okay. That's my pleasure. So, to talk about the location of Vancouver Island University, it's a public university, as you correctly mentioned, and it is established in 1936, so quite old institution. And so we are located in spectacular Vancouver Island, which is 35 kilometers away from Vancouver. And if the student would like to travel to Nanaimo, there is a flight from Delhi to Nanaimo. So the student has the option to book the direct flight from India, Delhi specifically to Nanaimo. And Nanaimo is the third important cities in British Columbia after Vancouver and Victoria. The advantage the students would get while staying in Nanaimo, it is located in between two major cities of British Columbia, Vancouver and Victoria, but still the living cost is very moderate. So if you'll ask me, the living cost in an average would be $10,000 to $12,000 per year.
Wow.
And if I'll highlight some of the key points of Vancouver Island University, of course, I would like to first mention about our class sizes. So it's our average class size is 30. Irrespective of the programs, it means that we do not accommodate more than 30 students in a class, because being an international student, every student would like to interact with their professors or classmates whenever they have any confusion, any queries. So they want someone to talk to. So now this kind of a small class size gives them that opportunity to interact with anyone, your professors, your classmates very often. Second thing about the student and faculty ratio, so which is 16 raised to 1. So for every group of 16 students, we have one professor. That's why you have seen in the video also every professor is by the student by their name.
Yes.
So which helps them to build up kind of a personal relationship with your professor or the faculty members. Next thing about the employment rate, because we do offer some kind of an internship or co-op with every program, so that's why the employment rate of the programs is more than 90%. And if we'll compare the tuition fee, it is lower than the other universities located in British Columbia. So of course, I'm going to talk more about the program tuition fee once we'll start talking about our program offerings. Apart from that, VIU has its own education faculty on campus. Next thing, VIU has its own high schools also. So VIU is one of the very few universities in Canada which has its own high school. And of course, if we talk about the admission requirements, we do accept 15 years of education for all the programs.
Okay, okay. So we'll go to that part actually in the courses part. So VIU Nanaimo, how far from Vancouver and Victoria by drive? How
So
long it takes?
Vancouver is not connected through road, so there is a sea connectivity. So Vancouver is anyways 35 kilometers away from Nanaimo, but the student has to travel through seaplane by ferry, which takes 1.5 hours from one side, or seaplane takes 15 to 20 minutes, but it's quite bit expensive option. The third thing, the student can also take the seaplane. So these are the three mode of accommodation,
But I
I
think
will not.
there is domestic flight as well.
Yeah, seaplane, or so they can go by seaplane also, but it's a bit expensive.
Okay.
But
No, no,
so the
I'm not
most
talking about.
convenient.
I'm not talking about the seaplane. I'm talking about the flights. I mean, from Vancouver, is there any flight to Nanaimo?
That is called the seaplane. That is called the seaplane.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So we have flights also, but that is, as I mentioned, but it is going to be a costly option. So most preferred option is of course ferry, but it's very time consuming. It takes 1.5 hours from one side. So it is not recommended for the students to travel during the weekdays. Of course, they are free to go to Vancouver during the weekends.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
and if you ask me the distance to Victoria, it is 110 kilometers away from Vancouver, so it takes 1.5 hours from there. Yeah. Because Victoria is also located on Vancouver Island.
Island, exactly. And Victoria is the capital. Victoria is the capital of British
Yes.
Columbia. So okay, fine. So far I know that Vancouver Island University, they offer diploma, they offer certificate programs, diploma, they offer bachelor and masters. So would you please explain all these courses? I mean, what kind of majors you have and what kind of courses? How is the duration? Would you please explain all these matters about courses?
Sure. So we do offer 120 plus programs, and if you talk about the level of studies, we do offer high school programs. We have undergraduate diploma and degree programs. We are offering graduate diplomas, master's program. So I'll start with our undergraduate program. So the best part with VIU, all our undergraduate degrees are for first 2 years of diploma programs. So what it means, if the student would like to leave the program after completion of 2 years, they will be awarded diploma in that respective field. So suppose if a child is going for a business program, degree is for 4 years, but in case if the student would like to exit from the program after 2 years, they will get diploma in business administration. So we are offering the program in business administration. We have number of major and minors available in Bachelor of Arts. We have designing programs, so we do offer graphic designing or interior designing. We are offering BSc programs, and the students can specialize in zoology, earth sciences, or geology, or chemistry, or mathematics. And apart from that, if you talk about our travel and tourism department, so we do have a program in sports and recreation management. We are offering bachelors in physical education, bachelors of education, hospitality, and travel and tourism. So these are the programs we are offering in undergraduate level.
I think you forgot to say one thing, that computer science also you're offering.
Yeah, so that is the part of our BSc program. So
BSc
I said that, of course, under BSc, the student can go for this computer science also.
Okay.
Uh, Telling you about our graduate diploma. So we have graduate diplomas in international trade. We are offering graduate diploma in project management, and then the other certificate program in business, which is a 1-year certificate program in business. The students who are keen to pursue fisheries and aquaculture, so we have a diploma program for them, and diploma in geographical information system. So these are the kind of a diploma programs we are offering in graduate levels. Masters, we have 6 masters program. Master of Business Administration, which is of course a purely business program, and so it's a 2 years program, and it is also offering some component of technology. So apart from the business elective, this program also includes 4 technical courses, like it has machine learning and data analytics. So the students who are looking for a program which has the combination of management as well as technology can apply for this program. Then we have a program called Master of Arts in Sustainable Leisure Management, which is the ideal program for the students who are looking to make their career in travel and tourism. And the next program is Masters in Community Planning, which is an ideal program for civil engineer, architect student, or who would like to work as a town planner or community designer. Our next program is under our Faculty of Education, we are offering 2 MEd programs. One is Master of Education in Education Leadership, which is focusing on leadership and managerial skills. And after completion of this program, the student can work in these positions in any education sector. The next MEd program is Master of Education in Special Education. So if the student is keen to work with the special need kids, they can work as an instructor, they can work as a tutor or trainer after completion of this program. And the next program is Master of GIS application, geographical information system. So ideal for mechanical engineer, ideal for the student who have geography background. So
So
these
here I
are
have
the number of programs we are offering.
no, 1 second. Here I have a question that students from agricultural background, those who have completed BSc in agriculture, so can they join in GIS, masters in GIS?
Yes, they can.
Okay, that's good. Then you have Master of Business Administration, I think.
Yes, we have MBA program, but I would like to specify for our MBA program, we are not taking fresh graduates. So minimum 1 year of work experience is mandatory for the program.
Exactly. So that, thank you for explaining all these courses. So dear viewers, I would like to say one thing, that what Neha said, that all the bachelor programs are in Vancouver Island University. After 2 years, if you're planning to leave the program, definitely you will get a 2 years certificate diploma, and through that you can join 3 years of work permit. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, you're absolutely right, because even if the student would like to take a study gap, or they would like to work for some time, and after that they would like to come and finish their bachelor, so they can do that.
They can join. So it's a very fantastic option, because there are a lot of universities, and some other universities don't offer this kind of situations, programs like 2+2. So it's a very good option for you, that if you are not planning after 2 years of your study, then you can switch off from your study and you can go for the work permit, 3 years work permit. As you know that Canada offers after 2 years of study duration, they offers 3 years of work permit. So actually we have a question. We'll take the question. If you can see on the screen, Sonia Sumi, some student is saying that, dear sir, I am currently reading in class 10. Can I apply for student visa in Canada? So definitely VIU can be a good option for you, because VIU has their high school in the campus, and they're offering class 10, 11, 12. So you can join definitely in high school. And but we need to check your documents, your certificate transcripts, your results, and of course you should have some English proficiency test score as well. So Neha, so now we need to know about the admission requirement. Actually, different courses have different requirements, like academic average, IELTS, or that English proficiency test score. Sometimes you are asking for working experience. So would you please explain about the admission and other requirements?
Sure, I will. So for undergraduate degrees, Sayed, we are looking for the average of 60% in grade 12.
Yes.
And the kind of IELTS course required is 6.5 overall, no band less than 6.
Okay.
And for majority of the program, grade 12 maths is mandatory. So even if you're looking for hospitality, culinary, business management, for all the program, I should say, for BSc in computing science, mathematics is a mandatory requirement. So the student who does not have maths in grade 12, for them we are offering a pathway program called Expo, which is called exploratory studies. So when they apply without grade 12 maths, their offer letter will be issued for Expo plus the core program. For Expo plus BBA. So under Expo, in the first year, the students are upgrading their maths in VIU, and once they are successfully get the score required for the program, they can move to the core program. This is the first option. But if the student would like to upgrade their mathematics in their home country, so they can choose to go for like any open schooling program and upgrade maths and apply to VIU undergraduate programs directly. Talking about the requirement for our master's program, so except MBA, for other programs like Master of Arts in Sustainable Leisure Management, we do accept second division in undergraduation, and we do accept 15 years of education as well. So these are the only requirement we are looking for: Master of Arts in Sustainable Leisure Management. Work experience is not mandatory. Talking about the requirement for our MBA program, minimum 1 year of work experience at the time of application, undergraduation with first division or first class. Now you have to check, the student needs to check their degree certificate. If it says first division, then they are free to apply to the program. IELTS requirements, 7 bands overall, no band less than 6.5.
Pretty higher.
For, sorry?
Pretty higher IELTS requirements.
See, to maintain the quality of the program, of
Right.
course. So VIU has increased the English language requirement last year.
Okay.
So for the next program, for both the MN programs, the kind of a profile we are looking for either B.Ed degree, or if the student a bachelor's degree not in education, then minimum 2 years of teaching experience for both the MN programs. And again, IELTS requirements are 7 band overall, no band less than 6.5. For Master of GIS applications, no work experience is required, only undergraduation with second class and IELTS is required. Moving on with the graduate diplomas and certificate. So for graduate certificate in business, which is a 1 year certificate program in business, preference will be given to those students who have some work experience, but it is not mandatory. So a fresher can also apply to the program, but as I said, first we will filter those applications where the student have some kind of a work experience. The IELTS requirement, again 7 bands overall, no band less than 6.5. Now, from last year, Syed, we have started 2 new programs, graduate diploma in project management and graduate diploma in international trade. To apply to these two diploma programs, a business graduate can apply to these programs directly. The duration of these programs is 1 year. So all business graduates are allowed to apply to this program directly. But for non-business graduate, they have to first apply to this graduate certificate in business for the first year. And after completion of this graduate certificate in business from second year, they can start either graduate diploma in project management or graduate diploma in international trade. It means all non-business graduates are not eligible to get direct entry into these two diplomas because we need some business background. For diploma in fisheries and aquaculture, so we are not looking for any kind of a work experience, but if you have knowledge about fisheries and what is aquaculture, if your background is science geology background, of course you can go ahead and apply to the program. The entry is very competitive for this program. We have very limited number of seats available for the student, and interview is also part of the selection criteria.
Okay.
Then we have a program, Graduate Diploma in Hospitality Management. For this program, the kind of a profile we are looking for, either bachelor's in hospitality management, so either a student should be from the similar industry from hospitality, or if he has not done bachelor's in hospitality, if the student is from a different background, then should have minimum 3 years of hospitality industry experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll take some question here.
Mhm.
One student, his name is Mithun Islam. He's asking that is there any chances to apply it in Canada with IELTS overall band 5.5 and complete masters from National University? Well, so if I would like to say, answer your question that IELTS 5.5 definitely it's very low score for your masters, where Vancouver Island they are expecting overall 7 and no less than 6.5. So either you have to improve your IELTS to get the required score, and apart from that, you can start with the graduate preparation course or some additional foundation program or something like that. You have no that graduation preparation program, or do you have any kind of foundation program instead of that English program to start the master's program, Neha?
Yes, we do offer a program called ELC, which is English Language Center for the student who are not meeting our program requirements. So once the student apply with the score where they're not meeting our English language score requirement, they will be offered this ELC. The length of ELC can be minimum 1 semester to 1 year because the student needs to appear for one assessment after completion of each semester. And once they are passed the assessment, they can move to the core program. But I would like to mention ELC and the core program cannot run simultaneously. So first they have to finish ELC and then the student can move for the core program.
Yes. And I would like to tell the student that the course fees of this kind of preparation program or foundation program it's pretty higher. So it's better to do IELTS again. I think it will be cheaper and you can do it easily. And
Yes,
we'll
because with VIU, if you'll talk about the cost of the CLC, that's $5,000 per semester.
Yes.
And the other alternative I would like to mention, so right now, by considering the current difficult situation where IELTS centers are not operating, the
Yes.
student can also appear for Duolingo test.
Exactly.
So
Which they can do from home itself.
exactly, and the results will be out within like 2 or 3 hours. So that is the most convenient way, and VIU is accepting Duolingo. For
Duolingo.
our graduate programs, we are looking for minimum score of 115, and for undergraduate program, it is 110.
So Neha, I have a question. I have a point that you have discussed in undergrad courses. Like you have told me that most of the program like science, business, travel and tourism, you require actually maths. So if someone has no math in class 12, so they can join some bridge program, some additional program. So do you charge additionally for this program to cover up
Yes,
the math
because
part?
because the first year will be the foundation year or a pathway program where the student only upgrading mathematics. So first year tuition fee of the program will be applicable. So suppose if a student is going for a business program without maths, so the cost of this exploratory study for the first year would be $19,000 per year.
For the suppose they don't have mathematics, so for the extra program, he has to pay 1 year fees extra.
Yeah, so because in that case the program length will be 5 years. The
Oh,
first year will be
okay.
the foundation year where the student is only upgrading mathematics.
Oh my God, it's so expensive in that case. 1 year tuition fees means.
I know, and this is the major problem we face is in India also. This is the main problem because the students are opting for mathematics if they have to go for a technical program. For
Okay.
business program, of course, the students are not taking mathematics. They are just studying BCom or any financial program where maths is not mandatory.
Okay. So we take another question. Some student his question like Kaji Shabnam Thoma. She's asking, have you any MA program in psychology? No, we don't have any program in psychology, right? In VIU, do you have?
We only have bachelor's program in psychology. We don't have
Psychology
masters in psychology.
masters. Another student, Simon Sadiq, ma'am, please discuss about undergrad program. You already have discussed. Simon Sadiq, please. I mean, join this live session. If you are here, please be here with us till the end, and you will came to know about the tuition fees and other things. Already we have discussing undergrad program. Another student, another student he is asking, does anyone can get work permit after get a diploma from college like Amber? Okay, so anywhere if you study from a college or university, if you can finish your diploma program from colleges who is under PSW, so definitely you will get work permit. Even if you do diploma in Vancouver Island, also you will get work permit. Nothing to worry about that. So Neha, we'll go for we'll go for the tuition fees part. But before that, we are tired talking a lot, so we'll go for a video. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Okay, just a second. So we'll go for another video.
I think here at VIU, the community of people that come together throughout your education and the experiences and networking that I've been able to do here during my 4 years of education has been uncomparable to anything else I think I'll ever experience throughout my life.
I think the biggest thing at VIU was how everybody just welcomed you so nicely. As soon as I walked onto campus, I knew that this was going to be the school that I'm going to be going to for the next 4 years, and I just felt welcomed all the time.
It's absolutely worth it. Even if you just go to build community and just start from that point, I think that you'll find that it's a really supportive environment.
Just a lot of really good people that know their stuff, but what they're very good at is basically taking the best that they can out of you. They love what they do and they really connect well with the students. So if you're having an issue, you can go to them. They kind of have an open door policy and they're really good communicators.
It's a very personal experience, and I feel so much pride in saying that I know every single one of my professors and they know me by name. They care about what my career goals are. They want to see me succeed.
I could tell right away that I was going to love this school because just walking on campus, I felt at home. It makes you feel like you're in a nice, like, warm blanket.
I think if you can stay true to yourself, which is easy to do if you build a community here, you can really find your own path and go anyway with it. It has gone beyond my wildest dreams.
A few of the people there in particular provided me with so much direction and motivation to sort of pursue my goals. They care about each student individually, and you feel that.
Going to university can also mean leaving home for the first time, and everyone experiences that so differently. But at VIU, we're so welcomed and supported that VIU almost becomes a second home, and it becomes your second family. That is such an empowering thing that when I think about what I want to do in the future, it helps so much and it makes life really exciting.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
So the students are saying it's sorted. So that means, so they are happy. They are happy with the environment. They are happy with the campus. They are happy with the city. They are happy with because you know that we all know that British Columbia weather is very fantastic. They will love the weather of British Columbia, and of course the student faculty ratio, which is superb. Like students can know their professor closely, and professor can know them very closely when the ratio is very low. So now we'll talk about the tuition fees. Now we'll talk about the tuition fees, which is very bit affordable. So would you please explain about the tuition fees?
Yes, so the tuition fee for our undergraduate programs are ranging from 19,000 Canadian dollars per year to, it can go up to $26,000. So if I'll brief you of the program wise, then for a business program, it is $20,000 per year. And for culinary programs, it is $26,000 per year. Hospitality, again, $20,000 per year. And if a student is looking for travel and tourism and BSc program, the cost of these programs is 20,000 Canadian dollars per year. The cost for our graduate diplomas, so for graduate diploma in project management, graduate diploma in international trade, and graduate certificate in business, the cost of the program is $22,000 for the entire 1 year program. So it's $22,000 for each program. For diploma in hospitality management, that is the 2 years program. So the entire program fee is $48,000 for 2 years. Moving on with the master's program. So the cost for our MBA program is $51,000 for the entire 2 years program, which is quite affordable. For MEd programs, for both the programs, the tuition fee is $27,000 for the entire 2 years program. For Masters of Community Planning, which is again 2 years master program, the tuition fee is $30,000 for the entire 2 years. Masters of GIS, so the entire 2 year, the program cost is $38,000. And the cost which I have just mentioned, that is for the entire program, not for like yearly. Yeah.
So I think student, you can visit their website. The tuition fees structure is over there, so you can get the update fees structure over there. And honestly speaking, their fees is quite affordable, and I think you're also you're offering some scholarship as well in your courses in undergrad level.
Yes, we do offer the scholarship, so the students are not required to apply for them separately. Once the student apply with all the documents, we will auto consider the profile for the scholarships. So the students who are just meeting the minimum marks criteria, I should say, they are not eligible to get the scholarship. But if they have a very strong profile in terms of academic as well as non-academic achievement, of course, they are eligible for the scholarship, and the information will be shared in the final offer letter.
Okay, so there is any range, maximum and maximum range of scholarship amount?
So the amount is ranging from $1,000 to $5,000.
$5,000. Okay,
yes.
That's a good amount, definitely. And what about co-op, which is a very fantastic, that option in Canadian studies about the co-op? Do you offer co-op in your undergrad programs?
Yes, we do offer co-op, and also we do offer some kind of a field placement or field work in our master's program as well. So if I'll give you an example, in our BSc in computing science, there are 3 co-ops. And so the student can join these co-ops during the summer break. And so if the student decide to go for all three co-ops, it means after completion of first year, second year, and third year, if the student is going for all three co-ops, so by the time they will graduate, they will have minimum 1 year of professional work experience. If you talk about the master's program, then we are offering 4 months of internship in our MBA program, which is inbuilt with the program. So it is mandatory for all the students to complete first academic program and then go for this 4 months of internship. So that will help them to convert this part-time opportunity into full-time employment opportunities. The other master's program, so once the student complete their first year of the program, in the second year, they'll be mostly going for some project or some field placements or whatever knowledge they are gaining in the first year of the program, they'll be utilizing it in the second year to working in the field.
Okay, that's great. And you know that that those who don't have the required IELTS score, like those who cannot full, so they can apply through ESL program, right? Or one semester or 2 semesters, they can go for that. This option is also available.
If they are comfortable, of course, we have the option to offer them ELC.
Yes. Okay. And how about the that job? I mean, part-time works opportunity in Nanaimo, and how long they can do part-time work during their study and in the vacation time as well. What is the
So,
opportunity?
Sayed, whenever we are talking about the island, a small piece of land comes in our mind that it must be a very village or a very small city. So first, the Vancouver Island, it's a very huge island. So if you'll, calculate the length of this island, of course, it is 1,200 kilometers long. So it's a huge island. And if you talk about the city, as I mentioned earlier, it is the third important cities in British Columbia. It's a major hub for travel and tourism, hospitality, banking and finance, wine industry, beer production, travel and tourism, and of course, there are plenty of opportunities are there. But of course, once the student arrive at the country, they have to look for the part-time opportunities. Right now, 14,500 students are already studying at VIU, and they are working in the city itself. So
Wow.
I think this statement is sufficient to prove the kind of opportunities we have in the city.
Exactly. And actually, we also have a few students over there. We have sent them to your university, and actually, we did not get any complaints such that we have not got any job or something like that. So definitely, maybe you need to wait some time because a job, it's not like that you will get automatically. You should apply for that. You should have some capabilities for that as well. So definitely, you can work part time, and of course after the graduation, also after the masters, also you will have the post study work permit to apply for
Yeah.
permanent residency. And do you tell something about any special facilities to get PR in, especially in BC province?
Special facility in terms of
I mean in terms of province, because the peer facilities depends on province to province. No, there is a state sponsorship or something like that, state provincial program. Some that province to province is sometimes it vary. The peer opportunities, permanent residency.
the,
Suppose, for example, if
so
I talk about the Atlantic provinces, so after the graduation, even that if they have just the job offer, they can join, they can apply for PR. No need to show the work experience. So, is
so
there
it is
any
not
option?
different than any other province. Of course, the student can apply for the PR anytime. So
Okay,
but of course, when they have a job, it makes their profile very strong. So the
definitely.
right
If there
path
is
is
a job offer.
yes. So after completion of the program, we do have a career cell also on campus. We do have several student services on campus. Like we have immigration counselor, we have career counselor on campus. So whenever the student would like to know more about their work visa, or they would like to know about working 20 hours per week and how they can find out the job and how they can look for this opportunity, how they can get extension for for the visa. So the immigration counselor can help them.
Okay, great. So we are just end of the part of VIU. So we'll try to know the application process of VIU. But before that, we'll have another video, which is the final video and very amazing video of VIU. Shall we have that video?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, it's Bjorn, and today I'm going to tell you the top 5 most awesome things about VIU right here on Campus View. Number 5, the weather. Sorry, rest of Canada, but Vancouver Island has the best year-round weather in the entire country. Sure, it rains, but having the mildest climate in all of Canada means that you can enjoy the outdoors even in the dead of winter without the risk of frostbite. Number 4, campus life. Here at VIU, there are fun events happening almost every day on campus, even on rainy days like today. From hikes, live music, intramural sports, free movies, and so much more, you're bound to find something you enjoy. You can also join one of the many student clubs which cover almost every interest imaginable.
Is there an art club?
Yeah.
Owl gaming clubs.
Yes.
Nursing clubs.
Yes. Ooh, what about? Yes. Number 3, working on campus. There's plenty of job opportunities here at VIU, including student work ops like I do here on Campus View. Or you can get another job.
Bjorn, you're 20 minutes late.
I'm doing a thing. Number 2, small classroom sizes. Having small classes at VIU means you can develop stronger relationships with your peers and your professors.
Oh, that's my favorite student.
Hey, Robin. Cat. And the number 1 most awesome reason to go to VIU, the location. VIU is just minutes away from towering mountains, the wide open ocean, lush rainforests, lakes, rivers, and so much more. So that's just 5 awesome reasons to go to VIU. What are some of your favorites? Let us know, and we'll see you next time on Campus View.
So it's a very quick video about the reasons to choose VIU, and the guy explained in a very fantastic way why they should choose the VIU. So, and as he explained that about the weather, about the location, about the ratio of student and faculty, and of course, students can do job on campus. That's how they are doing. So anyway, so we'll talk about the application process of VIU. Would you please tell something shortly about the application process?
So it's an online application for all the programs, and the application fee is $150, which is required to be paid at the time of application. And the student can provide the counselor to all the academic certificate and the IELTS scores, and they can just scan it and upload it along with the application. So whenever a student is applying to a master's program, we recommend them to apply with all the documents. But based on the current situation, if any student is, of course, finding any difficulty to arrange for the document like that, like letter of recommendation or a statement of purpose or any other document, I will suggest them to contact prominent counselors, actually get in touch with them, because they are the right person who can guide you, or they can ask for the, they can provide you the extension also. For undergraduate programs, the student can apply with grade 12 predictive scores. And if at the time of application their IELTS or TOEFL is pending, still the application can be submitted for the conditional acceptance. And I will highly recommend all the students to get in touch with prominent counselors, because they are very experienced and knowledgeable. I'm sure that they can guide the students properly about our admission process.
We always try to do that. Actually, we always try to help the students accordingly. But I'm just want to know that is there any application deadline for undergrad for September? How long they can apply for next September?
So for undergraduate program, the seats are available on the first come first serve basis. So the application can be made until the seats are available. But it is recommended for September intake if the student should apply by 15th of June.
Okay, that's all about VIU. So now, because Neha is also working for another university, so he is having 2 universities, and she's doing very hard work, definitely. So there is another university, that Western University, because when you're talking about to study in a top ranked university in Canada, so Western University is one of them. Actually, if we say one of the top 10 universities in Canada, and King's University College basically is offering the program of Western University in London, Ontario. So Neha, before going to the part of King's, shall we have a video of King's?
Of course.
Okay, though it's a short video, so we'll have the video first, then we'll talk about Kings. Let's see the video. Yes, uh, really fantastic campus of Kings. So I think you can tell something about Kings. I mean, why Kings and why it is located. And we all know that London is a very famous city for international students in Ontario. So, do you please explain
Yes,
something?
it is the 11th largest cities in Canada, and of course a very student-friendly city.
Exactly.
So London is of course located in Ontario, which is 2 hours drive from Toronto and 3.5 hours from Ottawa. So the name itself, it might be slight confusing. King's University College, whether it's a university or a college. So first I will demystify this. So King's is the Business and Liberal Arts School of University of Western Ontario. So University of Western Ontario and King's share the same campus. It's just 2 minutes walk from the main campus of Western University to King's. At King's, the students are getting the opportunity to study in a world famous university because University of Western Ontario ranked number 5th in Canada for business and liberal arts. So of course you can imagine the kind of a reputation this university have. And once the students start their program at King's, their final degree will be issued from University of Western Ontario. Talking about the key highlights of King's, basically again, so very small class size. So we have the class capacity of 54. The average class size is 54, and the student and faculty ratio is 24:1, which is of course very good for undergraduate students specifically because they are just grade 12 passed out. So when they start their international journey, they would like to talk to the professor to know the answers of their queries, or if whenever they have any kind of a doubts related to the program, they would like to approach someone. The next thing, the student might ask the question why they should go to King's instead of directly apply to Western University. So there are certain differences first in terms of the admission requirement. So with University of Western Ontario, the admissions are very competitive. So even with 95%, it is not guaranteed that the student will get an offer. But with King's, if the students are meeting our requirement, they will definitely getting the offer letters. If I'll talk about in terms of the scholarship, so Western University is not that liberal in providing this scholarship, but the kind of a scholarship a student can expect from King will be ranging from $10,000 to $16,000. And of course, the guaranteed residences if the student apply within the deadline. So suppose if the child is going for September intake, and if they apply for the residences by 1st of June, it is guaranteed. So these kind of differences, I should say, we can make it out for in terms of applying to King's and to Western.
Okay, so dear viewers, I would like to say something in Bengali. So Neha, I think to explain them in a proper way that অনেক সময় আমরা দেখি যে আমরা টপ র্যাঙ্ক ইউনিভার্সিটি অ্যাপ্লাই করতে চাই, লাইক ইফ ইউ টক অ্যাবাউট দ্য টপ র্যাঙ্ক ইউনিভার্সিটি ইন কানাডা লাইক ইউনিভার্সিটি টরন্টো, ইউনিভার্সিটি ব্রিটিশ কলাম্বিয়া, ম্যাকগিল, ম্যাকমাস্টার, and University of Western Ontario is very closer to them. So actually খুব বেশি ইজি না এই সমস্ত ইউনিভার্সিটি চান্স পাওয়াটা, খুব বেশি ইজি না, ইভেন দো ইফ ইউ আর এলিজিবল, ইভেন দো ইফ ইউ হ্যাভ গুড পার্সেন্টেজ, but you cannot get admission because they are looking into so many things, because the number of applications is more there, too much competition from the whole world. Students are knocking to those universities. So King's University College is just a part of University of Western Ontario. They are just running arts faculty and the same school in the university. So there is no difference. But the thing is that easy to access, easy to get admission, and you can get a very attractive scholarship. Though the tuition fee is like 30,000, but if you get 15 to 16,000 Canadian scholarship, so it is coming half of that. And I think there is no application fee as well, Neha, for Kings.
Of course. So for the students, for your student, of course, we are giving them the application fee waiver. Otherwise, they have to pay $200 application fee.
$200 application fee. So that's an amazing opportunity for you that you can apply through Prominent without any application fee. So what kind of courses do they offer?
So as I said, it's a business and liberal arts school. So we are offering programs in business, arts, and social sciences. So these are the three undergraduate degrees we are offering. There is no diploma programs, all 4-year undergraduate degrees. And the student can take their major and minors or the specialization in the second year of the program. So the good point with King's is the specialization is not only depend on the faculty they are going to. Suppose if a student is going for a business program, but they also interested in maybe psychology or maybe history or French, so they can take their major and minors irrespective of the faculty. So they can take interdisciplinary combination in the second year of the program. So they are free to take global commerce with psychology. They can take psychology with history also.
Wow. And honestly speaking, if you study psychology, you don't need to worry about the job in Canada because it's the most important subject in Canada. So maybe you are always looking for computer and business, but really psychology you can think about it. And what about the tuition fees? Like though I told them 30,000, so would you please exact tuition fees how it is? Okay.
So for business program, it is $41,000 per year, and for arts and social science, it is $33,000 per year.
I think it is increased a little bit, no, this year?
Yes. Western has increased the tuition fee. So now that's the tuition fee. But of course, as I said, the student can be eligible for the scholarship up to $16,000, which is of course very difficult to find with the Canadian institution, even if we'll compare with the other highly ranked universities. I think that is the maximum.
$16,000, is it per year they will get, or for the whole program?
So this is for the entrance scholarship, but we do offer continuing scholarship. So based on their senior year performance every year, the student can avail the scholarship every year also.
Okay. The same kind of figure, or it could be less, more or less?
Of course, it can depend. It depends on their performance. So I cannot quote the figure right now, but it's good enough actually. And also, I would like to highlight at King's we are offering work study program. Under which if the student wishes to work on campus from the first semester itself, they can. So it's a guaranteed job opportunities on campus.
And one more thing I need to know, that what about the admission requirement in terms of academic and IELTS or English proficiency?
So for academic, we are looking for grade 12 with 73% and IELTS with 6.5 bands, no band less than 6. So, and the student can apply on the basis of their predictive scores also. If they do not have the final scores, the application can be made with the predictive scores. If the predictive scores are not available, the application can be accepted on the basis of grade 10 scores. So if the student score is above 75% in grade 10, they can apply to King's.
So far I know that King's sometimes they are waiving the IELTS score in some cases. Those who have I think 85% marks more in English. So is it true, or what is the thing about it?
So that can be decided, I guess, for the student's profile. So it is not applicable for all the students, but of course there is a provision based on their English language marks. But of course, anyways, for visa, I think it is highly recommended to have
IELTS
IELTS
recommended.
scores. Yes.
Yes.
So even as a university, we can give the IELTS waivers. I think it is it your IELTS scores make your visa process more or less complicated.
Yes, yes. Actually, for visa, we need to think for IELTS. So
That's
viewers,
correct.
yes, so I think the application process is the same as we have discussed about VIU. I think same, right, Neha, for Kings as well?
Yes, it's an online application, and again, they have to get in touch with prominent counselor to get the application fee waiver and to submit the documents. And of course, the counselor will definitely help them for to apply to the program. Right now, we are accepting the applications for September intake, and we do have January intake as well for Kings.
Okay. So viewers, just I'd like to say something in Bengali that September intake we are already taking application. আমরা সেপ্টেম্বর ইনটেকের জন্য আমরা অ্যাপ্লিকেশন নিচ্ছি এবং আপনারা এখনো অ্যাপ্লিকেশন করতে পারবেন যাদের আইএলটিএস নাই বা যাদের হচ্ছে যে কোনো ডকুমেন্টস পেন্ডিং আছে লাইক হয়তো বা ইন্টারমিডিয়েট রেজাল্ট বা A2 যারা এখনো কমপ্লিট করেন নাই আর যাদের এস করা আছে, সো ইউ ক্যান সাবমিট ইউর প্রেডিক্টিভ স্কোর অ্যান্ড উইথ প্রেডিক্টিভ স্কোর আপনারা কিন্তু অ্যাপ্লিকেশন করতে পারেন, সেই ক্ষেত্রে কোনো প্রবলেম নেই। আরেকটা হচ্ছে যে যদি কোনো কারণে বিকজ অফ COVID-19 যদি কোনো কারণে if you cannot join physically in campuses, so there is an online course option, so you can start online courses from from your home, and you can join later as soon as the border opens. So there is nothing to be worried. Canadian government, Canadian people are very welcoming for international students. You just don't worry about that. And Canada is truly a lovely place, a beautiful place, very welcoming, very friendly, very multicultural destination for students. I think you can choose Canada for any kind of things. Like they are the best, so far I can see. So Neha, any kind of few words or last words you would like to say to our Bangladeshi students?
Of course. So I first of all, again, I would like to say thanks to you and your team for organizing such session, because everybody knows that it is not safe to venture outside right these days and meet anyone in person. So in this difficult situation, you guys are keeping student study abroad dream alive, which is of course very. I'm really appreciate this thing, and I will highly recommend the students to get in touch with all prominent counselors. Of course, they must be working virtually, but they will get in touch with the counselors and know more about VIU and Kings. So we have already discussed about the program offerings and the admission requirements. But if they would like to discuss the profile and if they would like to proceed with the application, because we shared a very good relationship with your team, with Prominent, and VIU and Kings are proudly associated with Prominent.
We are also very proud. We are also very proud to having partnership with this kind of famous public universities in Canada. But the thing is that yes, this kind of live session we have organized because of this complete live session is a completely informative session, right? So if this live session will be in our timeline, in our page, in our YouTube channel, so students can browse anytime and can get the information. Because sometimes we are talking, but we are not talking the full. We're not talking in details. But this live session is completely in details. So students can go through the live session and they can understand everything. Here, one question I will check. Mr. Zilan Khan, he's asking that if my IELTS score is 7, above 7, could the undergrad result will be waived in case of it's below? It depends. Actually, the IELTS and academic average, two separate things. Even if you have IELTS 8, even if you cannot fulfill the academic average, so you won't get for masters. So definitely you should fulfill the both requirement. Okay. So for Vancouver Island, for MBA, they are taking they are accepting I think 60% average for MBA. You are
Yes, we are actually looking for 60% and above, but of course, we give the importance to the overall profile of the candidate. The decision is not only depend on the academic. So whenever, if the student wish to apply in such condition, of course, they can discuss the profile with the concerned counselors.
Okay, thank you so much. And thanks for joining this live session. Neha, we are just end of the live session. We'll be closing the live session right away. And I think I would like to request all my students that stay in home, be safe, take care of yourself, and don't take any risk, because this is the time to stay in home and to be
Exactly.
safe. So
Yeah,
till
and
then,
Sayed,
take
I would
care.
like to mention one thing here. Like King's University College is organizing one webinar on 14th of May at
Okay.
7 p.m. India timing, and I believe 7:30 as per Bangladesh time. So if any student would like to talk to the international faculty or the current student of King's, so we can recommend them to join this webinar. I will be sharing the webinar link with you very soon. But for the student reference, it's on 14th of May at 7:30 p.m.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the live session. So goodbye, good night, and we'll see you
Thank
again
you.
in another live session. Thank you so much, Nia, for joining the
All
live
right,
session.
Sayed. Thank you. Good night.
Yes, bye. Good night.